Hello everyone, Eddie here. It's the Trycraft server. Bevo Pack, on with Killer Bad and Kana. And Kana's just farted because if you notice here I said recording, no farting else, Mike will pick it up. So Kana farted, of course. That's what we do. We have a giggle. Loads going on today. Again. I just thought I'd park out here because it's the least hassle-some. It's the least I've done out here. I've moved me donkeys, which is quite nice. I brought these back the other week and stuck them in with my villagers. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, still got 5, so it's good. There's a butterfly. Oh, yeah, you can kind of guess from that butterfly what I've been messing with. Oh dear, it gets worse. Yeah, I went over and picked up some more villagers, so I needed to rework my villager hut. So, here is the reworked villager hut. I've dropped them all down behind a fence now, so in theory, none of them can get out. I've got mufflers all underneath it, because it is loud. But they also drop emeralds. So I've got vacuum hoppers sitting around, collecting me up some emeralds. I can trade through the trade and post. Lots of great stuff to work on. So, that is my new villager setup. Apart from some, I had to separate some for very good reason. We'll scoot over this way. Oh, actually no, we can scoot through the base. Because I may have made a few more changes in here. Just a few. I'll leave the door open, it'll be fine. Yes. That was all there before, wasn't it? But if you come up this end, diamond machine's gone. We now have a carpenter in. We have, what is that? A macerator. We have thermal centrifuge. We have a compressor. And we have a metal former. All of them were made so I could make that. Thermal centrifuge. Lovely. I wanted that for one reason. What have I got up there? Pulverizer. Oh, I forgot to cover that. Sack me. Yeah, I wanted that for one reason. It was, I need to process uranium. And that was a good way of doing it. Unfortunately, in transporting the processed uranium, that's a whole new story, I'll tell you that in a sec. In transporting uranium, I died 4 more times. Then I eventually made a hazmat suit after I gave up on it. But no, I did want uranium 2335, I think it is, which is very useful for one purpose only. But I needed it, so I made all that to get it. This was courtesy of White Tiger. Normally, when you make magic blocks for things like the Ender IO stuff and for making these advanced cabinets, you have to get enchanted books and gold and all sorts of stuff around the bookcase. This way, bit of XP in a drum, fires straight down into a bookcase, boom, 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 and XP bookcase, you get your gold block. So you get your gold blocks, it's much cheaper. And I needed 6 of them to make this. Maybe the leg would slow down a bit now. No, it's still a bit choppy. We've got 3 bases open at the moment, possibly the space station, so it gets a bit heavy when you get too many people on, especially me. I mean, I'm on 7 frames a second at the moment, which is not good, but I expect it because the mess I've made of my base. This was White Tiger's idea. Ease up the strain on my system, my ME system, by filling out all the armour from the ME into there. I will sort these because I need the steel. Cause we're looking at going into space, so I combine all these like I did with gold. And have machines set up for it, and bingo, we'll have steel coming in. Ready for space travel. Increase the size of this again, simply because I could. And I need to, because we had loads of extra stuff going in there. They're all showing, but they're all in that cabinet, which is really good. We've got everything in there at the moment. Been mining again, so if I show you view by... No, that was wrong, that's the one. View by sort by number of items. You can see I've got silly numbers of stuff again. 270 cobble, 130,000 oak wood, 130,000. Do I really need it? 22k limestone. When you start coming down into my ores, 4,500 unprocessed iron ore. Add that to the 4,500 I've already got processed. No, I've got tin there. Where's the iron gone now? Iron, 7,000 iron. So that's another 9,000 there. So I've got 16,000 iron. Don't really need a lot. Gold's come back up big time. 2,500 gold. So where's my diamonds? Diamonds are a good sign. I think I've got about 400 of them. So they'll be down here. There we go, 317 diamonds. So, resources aren't short, and I'm getting all these blank ores in, so Miklos has got something to process when he gets his 5x ore processing it. It's going to be quite heavily and intense. What else has happened? Bingo. Kind of drained me XP, because I have an uncrafting table. Where is it? Is it below there? Yeah. And I crafted loads of stuff. They've just been hanging around in the ME system doing nothing. And I reclaimed tons of steel from bits of reactor casing I'd messed up on when making the reactor. So I reclaimed tons and tons of stuff. Oh, thank you. That saves me doing it. Yes, I reclaimed loads of stuff, used up all that XP. It will soon build up again, doesn't take long. Right, what else have we done here? Not much at all. This side, still running sweet as a nut. The only real changes I've made in here is I've linked, whoa, I forgot to put all that gravel back. I've linked my power system so that one feeds the other, etc. So, in theory, all my power runs into each other now. This is still running really sweetly. Currently going down slowly. It'll hit low, come back up, turn off, come turn back on. This only ever drops when I'm charging this. If I go out for a long explore, come back, and that will charge up big time. Frame rates, I do apologise for, but if you can see how much stuff I've got happening at this place, you will accept it's very hard to record sometimes. Come over the back to the forest, and you can see why things are happening. I've got trees, got a bit of a new biome because of the silverwood tree. I've got all sorts of trees coming for days. Trees coming out of my ears, lots and lots of different trees. And I fell down on, because that's what you do when you're walking through a forest. And the reason I have trees is because I have bees. And this has been my bee processing. And I know people find bees boring, which is why I've done most of them. I'm just going to show you roughly what we got. And what I'm standing on, if you notice my XP is going up because I have Edenic bees, which is the one that gives you Explorer, which gives you XP. Most of these are sitting there with meadows in at the moment because I was messing about getting trees done. Playing with trees, and all these are the advanced what's it. I don't know if I need the pipes on it because I've got automation. I've left the pipes on. Automation, lights, production and humidifier for these ones. But all it is a loop that says priority here, feed in. So it will come out, feed the bees in there, anything else goes into that chest, which goes down to the end of the chest, which goes into my system. And I'm still killing king slimes without even having to try. You can see cactuses, bits of nether, melons, wheat, mushrooms under there. I've had snow. I've done big time on the bees yesterday. Absolutely huge amount of the bees. So much so that if you check out my bee chest, these are all the queens I've got. Tricky, Merry, Unweary, Leoprine, Forest, Meadowpuss, Diligent, Frugal, Heroic, Modest One, Glacial, Tipsy, Tropical, Common, Fiendish, Sinister, Marshy, Rural, Imperial, Austere, Exotic, Industrious, Icy, Noble, and Majestic. And the rest of it is full up of like drones and God knows what. I have the Edenic still out in play. That's still out there doing stuff. I have Demonic in the Nether at the moment, which is bringing me in a rather nice supply of glowstone. Now that's a stack and a bit in about an hour, I suppose, which isn't bad for glowstone. So it saves me hunting glowstone, and I do go through glowstone by the ton. We have all the gin lab, gindustry stuff going on here. We have the mutagen processor, which is why I needed the uranium-235. It's very good for producing tons of this. And I do believe, am I running low on it? No, I've got another 100 there. So that will feed into there when it runs low. Which is that, so if that feeds into there, which goes into here. So if I want to put two bees together, I can to make the princess. Or no, put them together to mutate them to choose the one I want there, because that's the advanced mutron. Mutate atron thingy. We have a furnace up there, which cooks these gene samples when they're crappy gene samples. Chuck them in there, cooks them, feeds it back into the gene sampler. You bung a bee in the gene sampler, it'll go through and pull out one of the random genes off the bee. If they're good, you keep it. If they're bad, you chuck it back in and clear it out. That one is lifespan shorter. Not really much good to me. So, boop, go in there. Once you get genes, you need this machine, which is to get a gene template, and you can add them genes to this by putting it in your crafting table, putting genes in it, and it will just add to it. This one's my endemic bee, but it doesn't do anything apart from the title at the moment. It's apart from its name, so what a breed. So I'm going to put it in there, and I have to work on that because it's not quite working as I planned. And that's kind of that bit set up. Yeah, because once you get that genetic template, if you put the template of what you want in there and put any princess in there, it will come through, pop it out the other end as what you've decided to change it to. Which is kind of how far I got yesterday. Got my hazmat suit, which if you right click, shift right click, it'll swap complete armour over. So I'm in the hazmat suit, I'm in my other suit. And that is all done by having a redstone block underneath, which makes a lot of difference. I'll show you this bit in a sec. We've got the same over here for my bee armour, so I can go in the nether and see the bad bees, because that's where I put all my bad bees. Laser platform. Yeah, a laser platform. Because one of these machines, one part of it, has a pulsating chipset in it. So you have to kind of get the pulsating chipset, so you have to make all this to get the pulsating chipset. So that was part of the rabbit hole. So I made that, a few extra chips in case I ever need them for anything. So you do tend to get into Ender.io by doing that. This is where my feed from all the bees come. So I've got tons of royal jelly, beeswax coming out my ears, literally. Honey, propolis, silky wisps, honeydew. The rest of it goes in here. So I've had pollen sieves on as well. So these are the upgrades I've been using it on the automated hives. That's my spare genes. That's all my gene samples that I like. More upgrades. You get picking up different pollen. So if you get a tree sapling, so I get a silver birch and mix it with a silver lime pollen. Actually, let's see what we can get from that. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Uses. Mutated from silver lime sapling and silver birch pollen. Well, we kind of mix and match them round. I can make a hill cherry. So if I've got a silver lime pollen, I can do that. So silver lime pollen and silver. Oh no, it's wrong, isn't it? It's wrong. Stop moving. That's the problem with an active ME system. It just moves on you all the time. Silver birch sapling, silver lime pollen. So if I mix them two together, which you can do in the advanced mutated drum, you need labware. Not expensive, but not cheap. We'll chop through a few diamonds if you're not careful. Put them both in there, and you can choose what you want, either a white willow or a hill cherry. In this case, I'm going to go for a hill cherry sapling. Bingo, I've got a hill cherry, which I can then run out here, because I haven't got one out here yet. Find a spot that's not too treey, like there. Well, it might be a bit close. Oh, I've got Forester's backpack. See, it's everything. It is literally, I made the Forester's backpack. That's the same place I had it before, and it's going to disappear in there again. Oh, it's going to disappear completely. There we go. I made Forester's backpack because I was having trouble collecting all saplings. So I built that. As well as the woven bee suit and the what's it suit, the hazmat suit. Down here, I've got my villagers, my bee villagers and my tree villager, so I can trade in here. Now, I've done this morning. Have I got any emeralds? That's the vacuum hopper. No, not yet. Yeah, I built this bit this morning solely because I reached a point where I needed a bee and I couldn't find this bee anywhere. It would not mutate out and it would not come across until I found out you could only get it by trading with villagers. Where is it? That one. Monastic bee. Now, to get anything beyond a certain level, you need the monastic bee. So I now have monastic bees there. Oh, which I then thought, well, they're only drones, they're not even queens, so what, I can't do too much with them. Hold on, I thought, can I mutate, can I duplicate stuff? So I started building this. We have a DNA extractor. We have a protein liquefier. We have a genetic transposer. So now this one is you put an empty gene slot in a gene sample in there, or gene template, put the same in there or the one you want copied, and it will copy one across to there using labware. So that copies your genes and your gene templates. This one does a little bit more. This one will take a gene template with liquid DNA and liquid protein and a bit of power. It will take that template and turn it into a bee from scratch. So I thought, now if I make the perfect template for what I want, I can just make bees. Now, this is where it started to get fun. To make bees, you need the DNA and the protein. So why have I run away around that when it was the one I was looking at? To make DNA, you need to put in bees, or trees, and labware. Why is it always labware? I'll show you how expensive labware is. Go on. I found a random head. It's nobody's head, it's just a random head I found up in the Never Never. Labware. W for labware. Craft. Let's do... No, that's wrong. I wanted to add, then take off 2. Let's do 2 stacks of thing. So it takes 8 diamonds for 2 stacks. Glass and glass, because it has to craft the panes. So basically diamonds and panes. But it's 4 diamonds a stack. So it's not cheap. But if you need it, you need it. And so I've got a few diamonds at the moment. I have a diamond machine running, which helped. But this is supposed to use 1 about every 10 bees it goes through. Now this, in theory, should pump up into one of the tanks. Oh. And from one of the tanks it should feed down into here. There you go, liquid DNA. And it's going to take a lot of bees to do that. So I've got to have a short lifespan bee that breeds really heavy. I can do that. The other one is the protein. Best way of getting protein is from meat and fish. Now, conveniently, I'm going to have to move these chests because it makes it a nightmare coming in here when it's low frames. I've got 5 frames at the moment, so you have to excuse me. It's just having so much going on. Beef. Now, I've got 5,500 beef in there. I think I'm going to have enough to make loads of protein. So, chuck that in there. That should start chunking through. I'm going to keep an eye on this power because it does drain a fair whack of power. And everything tends to slow up a bit, so... Right, that'll go into that tank, which will then feed into there. So we've got protein coming in, and we've got DNA coming in. So when that gets high enough, I'll have a bee system set up there to feed that. I may even work a means of feeding this directly from the roof. Or underneath. I don't know. At the moment, I'm just going to top it up by hand because it takes a while to go through. I'm not in a rush for it. I'll just get the tanks nicely filled up and I'll be ready to go. So that is what I've been doing with the bees, without trying to bore you too much with the bees. But, you know, I've been eating about a day and a half's work, this lot. Include all these new tree breeds and all this chaos. But the good news is, the other week, or last week, I was the 11th on the most active players on the Bevo Pack on the leaderboard on the ATL launcher website. And even with the downside, the downtime for the server being crashed this week, I managed to sneak back into the top 100. I was at 49th last night. I drifted back out to 60th this morning. So I spend a lot of time on here doing this, and I just record bits for you. I've also, in amongst other things, I'm pretty sure it was White Tiger again, suggested, why don't I have a look at Flaxbeard's? Now, Flaxbeard's steam-powered mod is a clever little mod. I'm not sure how much it does at the moment. But I'm going to have a look at it over the next few days and see what comes up. But I'd really like to get this B-side tidied up first. To get it all up together, we've even got spectacles for seeing the mutation on the trees. But I want to get this up and running so I've got my super bee made. And I can say, right, bees are done, walk away from that. But we're getting there. Unfortunately, it's murdering my frames, as you can see. Doesn't help that I'm recording, but in response to sort of a couple of questions on in comments on the videos, is we are looking at renewing the world, mainly due to this frame lag. It is crippling everyone. Everyone feels it, not just me. The more you do in your base, after a little while, we refreshed the server an hour ago, and it's already coming back to me. Tryonus is putting on all sorts of different plugins trying to reduce it. Come over here, I'm on 20 frames. Get away from my base completely. And we're up to 30. Even with all these trees loading in, we've got 30 frames. Go back to my base, we're back to 5. It's too much going on. And that is the problem when you get a fun mod pack. You want to do everything. And I think I've done it, I wouldn't say at a steady pace, but I've progressed it. There's plenty happening and there's plenty there. But it's kind of, hello Fluffy PMer, it's kind of dartling. And Scoops, you are there, Scoops. Getting kicked in the pond by Devon. Hey, kicked in the pool. See, told you was there. You didn't believe he was on. Didn't believe he was a statue. But no, it's, you try and do stuff, and to do something like bees, it is massive entities, because you get butterflies in the world, you get all the bee generations, all the little bee entities flying about. You get more flowers than you know what to do with. It's all sorts. I'm stuck collecting butterflies now, aren't I? Go away, butterfly. It's making things bad. Do I have a bad bee in this? I didn't try to kill me. Usually I do. I think I've just put mostly meadows in just to keep things moving. Yeah, put loads of me ignoble meadows. They're all dying off, but they're bringing in loads, loads of drones that I can cook. But the Edenic, wherever it is, over there. The Edenic is that one. It's quite a challenge to get to that. It took a lot. Let's see if I can pick it up on there. To get the Edenic, you have to get a tropical drone. Not a problem. Nice and easy. To get the exotic, you needed an austere and a tropical. Tropical, not a problem. The austere, you needed a frugal and a modest. So, modest, not a problem. Go find a desert, which we haven't got many of. Frugal, you needed a modest and a fiendish, or a modest and a sinister. Now, the fiendish comes from a sinister and a cultivated, and the sinister comes from a modest and cultivated. So it's, cultivators are just normal ones mixed together, like a common and a marsh, common and a forestry. Commons just bog standard bees mixed together. But it was a whole process of working through each bee, Gender streak makes it a lot quicker. Because you sit them in there, you can automate them a bit, you can walk away and do other stuff. But it's still a time sink. It's a day and a half to get to the, not a slime dying, to get to the point of needing the monastic. So if I go a monastic, because I've got I haven't got the secluded, I needed a monastic and an austere to make the secluded. Because that was my next stepping point. I kept needing this monastic. So to get it secluded, I needed the monastic and austere. Austere I got. Once I get it secluded, I can add it with a monastic and get a hermetic. I can also add a monastic with a vindictive, which I can't get until I do a monastic with a demonic, which I have in the nether, which will give a vindictive, which will then give through the monastic a vengeful. So we got vengeful. Let's see if there's anything above vengeful. Vengeful and a vindictive will give us an avenging. Anything above avenging? No, avenging's top of that tier. So let's do that again, because we want to see where the hermetic goes. So hermetic will then go with an endodrome. Oh no. To make a spectral. Well, where do I get one of them? Spectral. That was useless. So if I go recipe, I have to go to the end to find one of them. Typical. To make a spectral, which is an end, an hermetic makes a spectral. Spectral and an end makes a phantasmal. And that is that. So I've still got a way to go. But we are talking of doing an end dragon battle soon. Very soon, next week. Oh. And yeah, kind of want to get it done because I need to get to the end now to get another bait. Sorry it's all been bees, it's not good. Bees bore people. But I've done it, I'm not doing bees, I'm showing you bees. It's overly different, which is not really an excuse. But no, bees and trees. Entertaining for the person doing it, not for the person watching. So we're hopefully getting together soon and doing the end dragon fight, which would be quite fun, I must admit. Looking forward to doing that. But that will be happening, hopefully, about Christmas time. Now, if that happens at Christmas, bonus, we're in for a good time. New World, we're talking possibly January, February time. So we got time. Trying to get loads more done in this place yet. Absolutely loads more. So, I'm going to call it there, because I'm probably way over my 30-minute timer, which I was last time, which was 40 minutes last time. But then I just keep chatting on for no reason. So I'm going to call it there. I'm going to say to everyone, have a brilliant day. And if I don't get another video up before Christmas, have an absolutely fantastic Christmas. Or holidays, depending on religions and stuff like that. Political correctness, never been good at. But no, have a brilliant time. And I shall see you all next time. Bye.